So the campaign or sponsorship deal that you are most proud of?
So the most fulfilling, which might not be exactly what you're asking, was the STEM program at Mazda. It was fantastic. We did about 35 to 40 high schools, Canada, US. Um, we took our the whole foundation of it was the fact that we were running that diesel engine. We were using um, the fuel we were using was made from inedible food waste, so it was bio. It was a great program.
Your favorite movie?
So I used mathematics to answer this. I love lots of movies. I love The Bourne. I love The Bond. I love Mission Impossible. I love Tin Cup. But the movie I've probably seen the most, and the one that if I see it, if I'm scrolling past it, I stop, and it's the Natural with Robert Redford.
If Hollywood were to make a movie based on your life story, who would you want to play you?
So I'm going to be specific here, Victor.
Be specific. You're not the first one to
Late
be this specific.
late '60s era William Shatner when he's on the bridge of the USS Enterprise. That's what it would be.
Amen. Okay, and my follow-up to that, if Hollywood were to make this movie based on your life story, what would we call it?
Well, to summarize my journey, it would be something like thinking outside the box, but that's so overused. So I'm gonna come up with something different that says the same thing. It would be called No Track Limits.
And if anyone watches Formula One, you hear that quite a bit during the race, track limits. I ask all my guests what their favorite book is, but you have got a podium. So what are your three favorite books?
Yeah, so P3 is Fast Guys, Rich Guys, and Idiots by Sports Illustrated writer Sam Moses. Came out in the mid '80s, still relevant today. Great book. P2 is a book called Racer, and I have a prop. Racer by my buddy Jade Gers, um, and it's an authorized autobiography. Uh, Great read. And then my P1, same author, a book called Beast by Jade Gers about the 1994 Indy 500 and the crazy Mercedes pushrod engine that showed up that made them rewrite the rule book again after the race.
I've read Beast, and that is a must read for anyone that is a motorsports fan. And I got to say, for the John Andretti book, I like that they used a shot of him from his IndyCar days in the early 90s versus his NASCAR days.
Yeah, that's Jade was pushing that. Jade loves the Indy cars.
Your favorite song?
Again, mathematics. Back in the day, Victor, we used to have to download music onto our phone so we could listen on a plane. And I have 8 versions of People Get Ready, 8 different cover versions of People Get Ready. So I'm going to say that. If you were to change the question to if you were on a desert island, and you had one album, it would be Van Halen 1. But to answer your question, People Get Ready. The Jeff Beck, Rod Stewart version.
The best advice you have ever received?
Um, so I'm going to just go back to my experience with my father, work ethic. And then I'm going to point to my grade 6 math teacher who I was a bit of a whiz kid with math, and I didn't know what the relevance of it was. And my grade 6 math teacher simply said to me, "I'm not teaching you how to add and subtract. I'm teaching you how to solve problems, and it's going to come in handy, and you're very good at it." And that time I didn't know what it meant, but it's been very, very meaningful to me.
If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would you say?
Um, well, I certainly wouldn't change anything. It's been a crazy ride. But if I was to give myself advice, it would be to take more credit for the work I've done. I've done a lot of work. By definition, being a consultant, you do work for other people to make them look good. But I've done a lot of work that had other people's name on it, and I would probably change that a little bit.
My signature closing question: if you weren't in media and marketing, what would you be doing and why?
I'm a big believer in the concept of prodigies. Imagine if Tiger Woods' father was, his passion was the piano, or if Austin Matthews never touched a hockey stick, or imagine if nobody put a guitar in Eddie Van Halen's hand. So I think you're a prodigy on something, Victor. I think I'm a prodigy. I have no idea what it is. It's not what I'm doing. I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do. But To answer your question, I think that hockey coach would have been my jam if I wasn't doing what I'm doing.